fellow Earthlings and viewers across the World Wide Web. This is Tune 215, and right now we're in the state of Pennsylvania. We're currently visiting the town of WINDBER, PA. We're going to do something a little bit different today. If you're new to the channel, I have over 1,000 virtual tours covering 48 states of the United States of America. I have over 600 tours covering Philadelphia, PA, and over 400 tours covering 48 states across the USA. We're going to try documenting some of the smaller towns on the western portion of Pennsylvania. On our left-hand side, you'll see a sign that reads, WINDBER welcomes you, home of the dog run, a great place to raise a family. So we're gonna let this car go by. We're at Jefferson. We just got off of Scalp Avenue. We're gonna make this right-hand turn on Jefferson Street, the intersection of 12th and Jefferson. On our left-hand side, we have the Rambler, which looks like an ice cream parlor. We also have the WINDBER police station on our left. So that little building is the WINDBER Police Department. So right now we're traveling southbound. We can make a left on 14th Street and travel eastbound. Behind us is northbound. In front of us is south. Behind us is north. On our right will be westbound. Let's make this left on the 14th Street. I would say the intersection of 14th and Jackson Ave. On our left-hand side, we have Smoke City. Looks like a little smoke shop. And WINDBER Beverage. We have Arcadia Theater to our right and Mimo's Pizzeria on our left-hand side. Directly in front of us, we have WINDBER Borough Administrative Offices at 1401 Graham Avenue in WINDBER, Pennsylvania. So we're gonna make this right-hand turn. We don't have no specific route of destination. We're just gonna travel around randomly and explore the town. WINDBER is a borough in Somerset County, Pennsylvania, United States, which is located approximately 3 miles south of Johnstown, PA. I'm gonna make this right-hand turn. Coming off of 14th Street, on our left-hand side, we have a nice little gazebo canopy type of thing. The mailman on our right is delivering mail. We're approaching 15th Street. WINDBER was established in 1897. We have a Sheetz gas station, convenience store on our right-hand side. Regular gasoline is going for $3.79 per gallon. We have a really nice classic on our right-hand side parked up at the gas station. I don't know if you see it. Let's make this left-hand turn. We got the WINDBER Fire Department on our right, Bella's Dining Room on our left, WINDBER Hotel since 1893 on our right, Carlin's Italian American Food on our right. This appears to be somewhat like their downtown district. It looks like a little, like a historic district. We're crossing over some railroad tracks. We have a Dollar General on our right, MASH Engineering and Surveying on our left, the WINDBER Municipal Building on our left-hand side, and we have, what is this? Pet Runnex Kitchen and Doors on our right. It looks like a local mom and pop shop. We have the AmeriServe drive-through in front of us. We're gonna allow this traffic to go by. We have a car coming up to the intersection, a Subaru. We're at the intersection of 15th and Somerset Avenue. I'm gonna travel forward, which would be eastbound. One more block, we're crossing over Somerset Avenue. So the population in WINDBER as of the 2020 United States Census was 3,930 people. So this was a former manufacturing town. All right, we're going uphill. I'm gonna make this left-hand turn just so we don't have to travel uphill any further. It looks like we entered the residential district. It looks like homes on our left and homes on our right. The homes on our right are raised. They're elevated several feet, while the homes on our left are actually lowered several feet. So there's a staircase going downwards on our left, and there's a staircase going upwards on our right, just to get them to their respective houses. We have some nice looking townhomes. I really like that house, that cornerstone on our left. I really like the design of the property, how it has the wraparound porch. Looks beautiful. Let's make this left-hand turn. I could have continued traveling northbound, but now let's travel westbound, just so we can see some of the community. So even though they settled in 1897 here in WINDBER, it was incorporated July 3rd, 1900. So the year 1900. So the type of borough government that they got going on here is a borough or council. The mayor is Mike Thomas. We're at 14th and Somerset Ave. So I can make a left and go back towards the downtown district. I can go straight. I'm gonna head towards the dead end. I think I'm gonna make a right here, just so that we can continue to explore the residential zone. We're on Somerset Ave. There's a property for rent on my left-hand side. 1316 Somerset Ave, WINDBER, PA is for rent, in case anybody is looking to relocate. So the total area that WINDBER encompasses is 1.98 square miles. How much of that is land versus water? All of it. All of it is land. There is no body of water that is made up in WINDBER, as documented online. We're at 13th and Somerset Ave. I can make a left or I can go straight. I think I'm gonna go straight, then I'll make a right. So let's pass 13th Street and then we'll whip around and we'll end up back on Graham Ave on our left. So it looks like these streets are two-way. There's walkable sidewalks. On our left, we have the First Assembly of God, which is a church. We're gonna make a right-hand turn on 12th and Somerset Ave. I'm turning right on 12th Street. On our left, it looks like they're doing some fresh woodwork. They're doing the, I don't know, it looks like the fencing probably to that property. Most of the properties around here appear to be vinyl siding. Maybe the older ones might have aluminum siding and or wooden shingle style siding, like on our right-hand side. Majority of the rooftops are shingles. You'll have several that will be metal. See a lot of people installing metal rooftops. We're at 12th and Cambria. I can make a right or I can make a left or I can go straight. I have several options. What option shall I take? I'm gonna make a right. Let's make a right here on Cambria, and then we'll make a quick right and go back to Graham. Graham appears to be like the main street, so we'll hover around Graham, just going back and forth on both sides. So the zip code around here is 15963. Wow, this house on my left is freaking gorgeous. I'm gonna bust an exaggerated U-turn just so that you guys can see this property. This property over here on my left, look at this property. What a gorgeous building. I'm gonna turn around one more time just because we're supposed to head towards Graham, which is behind us. So when I get to the corner, I'm just gonna turn around one more time. This house on my left is beautiful too, with the shutters. And they're functional shutters. Wow, kudos to the homeowners here. Matter of fact, let's give them a little bit of shine. Let's make this left here. We're gonna bust a right-hand turn here. Just give you guys a frontal view of how charming this little townhome looks. Check out the original stonework. Nice walkway. The shutters are functional. They have the hinges and all of that good stuff. Nice coloring, nice lawn maintenance. Looks like a cute little property. Nice little area to raise your family. We're gonna make this right on 13th and Park Ave. This is the property I was talking about on my right. Look at those podiums that are holding up the awning. It looks like a very executive house. Like somebody, one time or another, whoever owned that house, that property. I don't know if it's broken up into apartments or if it's a single home, but if that's a single home, sheesh. That's not even the front. Y'all ain't see the front. I'm about to make another U-turn here so y'all can see the front. Check it out. Look at that, guys. That's dope. That is really, really nice. I'm telling you. All right, let's stay focused on our goal here. We're gonna work our way towards Graham, which is right in front of us. traveling westbound about 15 miles an hour down 13th Street. We're at the intersection of 13th and Somerset Ave. So WINDBER was established in 1897 as a company town for nearby coal mines in the vicinity of Johnstown. The establishment was overseen by coal barons Charles and Edward Julius Berwin, owners of the Berwin Corporation. The name WINDBER simply switches the order of the two syllables in the family. Berwind, WINDBER. Get it? That makes sense. So the Berwin family was the original family who owned this town. Let's make this left over here where these railroad tracks are at. So we just came off of Graham, but now we're turning here. We can't keep driving towards the railroad tracks, so we gotta turn. It looks like we're still towards the entry point of the town. We're at Park Place and Jackson Ave. I'm gonna make this right-hand turn. We got Jurley Auto Body on my left-hand side. Physical Therapy and Balance Centers on our right, spelled F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L. How's that for creative writing? So right now we are on the 300 block of 12th Street, which directly in front of us you will see the highway where we entered. Let's make this right-hand turn on Jefferson. If we wanted to exit the town, we can take that exit right in front of us, but we're just going to continue exploring the town. Check it out, we're back in the residential area. We have backyards. Now, there is no walkway on my left, but it does continue when you cross the street. So we're at 11th and Jefferson. I could have made a right, but let me go forward one block. I'm gonna make a left and come back around so you guys can, see the dynamic and the style and the facade of the neighborhood. So there's back driveways and back garages. It looks like they have garages too here. Let's make this left on 10th Street. We're at 10th and Jefferson. Check it out. They got little front lawns. They got their hedges, the flowers. I've seen some hydrangeas blooming. There's a no outlet in front of us, so we can go right or we can go left. For the purpose of this virtual tour, I'm gonna go left. Again, check it out. You got the backyards, you got the private garages, fenced in properties, a lot of vegetation. From afar, you can see that right in front of us, it looks like there's mountains worth of trees. Plenty of vegetation. You got nature in your backyard. We're at 11th and Lincoln Ave. I'm gonna make this left-hand turn on Lincoln Ave. Shout out to Lincoln. We had a viewer who watched the channel regularly. His name was Lincoln. So the Berwin coal family imported workers from Eastern and Southern Europe. And they also exploited ethnic divisions in areas which had been settled by Germans and Irish in the early 19th century. So we're going to continue traveling forward on 11th and Jefferson Ave. So just to give you an idea of how the historical population has increased over time, the census as of 1910 stated that there was 8,013 people living in WINDBER. In 1920, it increased to 9,462 people, right? And as time progressed, 1930, 9,200, 1940, 9,000, then it started to decrease. 1950, 8,000, 1960, a little under 7,000 folks. 1970, 6,000 folks. As of the last, I would say 3-4 decades, it decreased dramatically, several thousand, and that's where they're at 3,800 residents right now as of 2020. But I'm assuming they haven't did a new census, so it could have went up by a couple, it could have decreased by a couple. All right, we're back on Graham. We have another nice property on our left-hand side. So WINDBER appears to be like a suburban, urban, more dense town. It has a suburban feel, but it's still fairly dense. The houses are only but, you know, 2 dozen feet apart. So you still have neighbors. Okay, so now we're gonna continue to go. Let's make this left-hand turn. Turn left, and we're going to explore this portion before we go back around to the other portion, because I think we're going towards the lower numbers, which is like 10th Street, and it goes lower 9th, 8th, 7th. Behind us would have been higher numbers. For example, when we were around the downtown district, let's make this left on 10th Street. We're at 10th and Somerset Ave. When we were down the downtown district, the numbers increased. So it went up like 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th Street, 20th, 20th. So we could have went upwards too, but let's explore this little area for a bit. We're not gonna be able to cover the entire town of WINDBER in one sitting. But if you guys would like me to get on foot, put in some footwork, I'll do a walking tour around here. Let me know, drop a comment, let me know. We have WINDBER Walk on our left, which looks like a Chinese store. We have a comic book shop too called Comic World. Let's go forward. We're going to cross over. Grab. So the education system here is served by the WINDBER Area School District. Check out this old Mustang. I like it. 5.0. Convertible. Hopefully it's 5-speed. So for entertainment, what type of things they got for entertainment around here? So they got the nearby Silver Drive-In movie theater. They have a shopping district. They have a mall nearby. You can go to the mall. There's a movie theater, an indoor movie theater, Richland movie theater, which is nearby. Are there any notable people from WINDBER? Any notable folks in U.S. history that are from the WINDBER area? Let's take a look at the list of notable folks. We're coming off of 10th and Jefferson Ave. We're gonna make a right at the corner. We're gonna make this right on 9th Street. We're at 9th and Jefferson Ave. Oh, we can't dead end. That's the railroad track. So we're gonna go a little further. No right on 8th Street either. Look, there's a sign that reads no right. It's another no-go zone. So I'm gonna make this left-hand turn on 8th Street. It looked like I could have made a right too. That was a false sign. That sign was false advertisement. Yeah, I could have made a right. There was an overpass, a little railroad track thing you could have drove over. All right, let's make this right on Lincoln Ave. There's a no outlet in front of us. Now it looks like there's a no outlet in front of us because aside from the vegetation, there's a highway directly on that side. I think that's what we came off of, Scalp Avenue. Check out the flowers on our left. A lot of beautiful flowers for all you folks who like flowers. All right, let's make this right-hand turn on 7th. We're at 7th and Lincoln Avenue. 7th and Lincoln Avenue. So you got a lot of open porches. A lot of these homes are 2 stories, and I guess you can say maybe 2.5, 3 stories because they got an attic. So I don't know if, you know, most folks use their attics for storage. Some people could convert their attic space to an extended living quarters. Got a nice dog on my right-hand side. So notable people, we have Jim Bonfanti, which is a drummer for the Raspberries. Bill Elko, who is a professional football player. Alan Freed, radio disc jockey who coined the term rock and roll. Okay. 7th and Washington Ave. That appears to be a notable thing because rock and roll is pretty big, right? So if you coined the term rock and roll, the person who coined the term rock and roll is from WINDBER. So that's interesting. You got Dave Giselle, which is a retired MLB player. Mark A. Heckler, president of the Valparaiso University, whatever that is. I don't know if I pronounced that right. I probably butchered the name. I'm sorry. We got St. John Cantius on our left. Really nice church. Check out the brownstone, the brickwork there. St. Elizabeth and Satan Roman Catholic Church. I like that oculus, the oculi, that giant circular stained glass they got in the front. I think that's decent. We're going uphill. We got Chan Soon Xiong Medical Center at WINDBER on our left. We're at the intersection of 7th and Somerset Ave. 7th and Somerset. We got another steep hill in front of us here. Now I'm operating a 5-speed vehicle, so you're gonna hear the higher RPMs. For those of you who don't know what RPM means and you drive a vehicle, I'm gonna give you a little basic lesson. RPM is rotations per minute. So you're gonna hear more rotations per minute because I'm going uphill. Very steep hill. Now it looks like we're at the medical campus. So I'm gonna go around and exit this little Shang Soon Xiong Medical WINDBER Center, and we'll go right back down the hill. But check out the environment. This shows you how connected it is to nature as far as like deforestation goes. I'll be completely honest with you. I think we're going deeper and deeper into the WINDBER Hospice Inpatient Unit. So we're gonna make a U-turn, quick little U-turn, and we're gonna exit. But it was a really steep hill to get up here. There's a lot of hills around here, a lot of mountains and hills. This part of the town, neck of woods, is at a higher elevation than most of America. For example, this is at a higher elevation than New Orleans. New Orleans is just barely above sea level. In order to get up to this part of the United States, you got to go up several mountains and go up a couple thousand feet in elevation. All right, if I go right, there's an entrance to the hospital. No, I can go right. Boom. I'll go right, probably another block or two, and then we'll go towards the higher numbers. We'll probably take Graham straight down just to go towards the higher numbers. But from afar, if you guys really look, and I don't know, if you're watching on a mobile device, it's probably not going to do justice. But from afar, if you look at the scenery, you'll see mountains. You're surrounded by mountains. Straight forest and mountains. Let's make this left right here on 5th Street. Check it out. Look directly in front of us. You see from afar, you see like the skyline? It's just mountains. You see a couple cell towers. I like these garage doors on my right. You see them? They're like the wooden style. I really like wood accent. Call me old fashioned, but I like wood accent. Like you can leave it like with the regular raw wood and clear coat it, or you can stain it, you know? But I like wood. I like, it's just a cool way to design your house. A cool decor, home decor. I like wood accent. All right, we can keep going right, or we can go left. There's a no outlet in front of us. If I go right, we may depart towards the outer perimeters of the city and maybe head more towards the country portion, because this is I guess you could say this is like the metropolitan area of WINDBER, but WINDBER does have country homes like hidden out in the woods and near the coal mines and all of that stuff. But we're not going to be able to cover all of those little private sectors because you got like coal mine 42 and so on and so on. There's like little portions that we're not going to be able to do in this one drive. But I just wanted to plant the seed so you guys know this area exists. Most folks who reside in PA don't know this town exists. And this may or may not be like America's dirty little secret. Check out the town, you know. who else was notable from this area. FYI, I'm traveling 20 miles an hour southbound down Graham Avenue, passing the intersection of 9th and Graham Ave. We have Martella's Pharmacy on our left. So you got Gene Heater, who's also a professional football player from here. Rebecca Jones, a geographer, data scientist, and activist. You have Frank Castro, retired MLB player. Frank Cush, a football coach. We just passed a self-serve car wash on our right. We're passing several businesses going down Graham Ave. For example, we got long wall rifles on our right. You can purchase firearms, gun, ammo, ammunition, and all that cool stuff. We got a tax accounting service on our left. This is that train track that we passed earlier, that we crossed over in the beginning. We're heading towards the historical district once again. Passing Meek Funeral Home on our right-hand side. And now we're passing Mimo's Italian Bistro and Pizzeria on our right once again. Passing 14th Street. I do have traffic behind me, so I'm driving 20 miles an hour, which is a little faster than I would like to. Let's take a quick detour. I'm gonna pull right just so we can see this classic one more time. Look, we have the owner, the gentleman on our left-hand side. Check it out. An old school Datsun Turbo. Look at that. You got two older gentlemen discussing the vehicle. 280ZX. Beautiful. They don't make them like that no more. Although I think they did just make a new Datsun recently. They did a new remake. Check out this old school Mustang over here too, next to the Mini Cooper. And that's the 80s bodies, right? 80s body Mustang. We had a little bit of artwork too, a little bit of graffiti on our left. We have the United States Postal Service on our right, WINDBER Community Building on our left, the Verizon Building on our right. We have a little playground on our left-hand side called Wally Playground, gifted to the children of WINDBER Borough by J. Irving Wally Charitable Organization. Town Tavern on our right-hand side. Rock Solid Storage advertisement on our left. We have Jurley Auto Body Repair on our left. Let's make this left-hand turn on 18th Street. We have a female in jogging gear. Looks like she was going for a run. On our left-hand side, we have a wreck yard. So it looks like when the auto body shop gets cars to repair, they take them to that wreck yard. I could have swore we saw another Jurley's building earlier, so that's probably like another site. All right, we're at Somerset Ave and 18th Street. We can go left, which will unveil another portion of WINDBER, or we can go right. I'm gonna go right. All right, we're on the 1800 block of Somerset Ave. You got Johnny Weissmuller, an Olympic swimmer and Hollywood star that's from this area. And J. Irving Wally, United States Congressman. Oh, that park that we just passed, remember, Wally? You remember the Wally park that was donated by that Wally family? There you go. We're at 19th and Somerset. So I guess he was a congressman and he donated the park because he's from the town, so he knows, you know what I mean? At least I would hope he would know what it would be like to be out here as a youngster. There's a house for sale on my left-hand side. If anybody is interested in purchasing property in this area, it is located at the intersection of 20th Street and Somerset Avenue here in WINDBER, PA. I'm trying to find the address. So it's 1912 on my right. So what's this on my left? What was that? 1913. So it's 1911. 1911 Somerset Avenue, WINDBER, PA. Right here on my left-hand side is available. If anybody's interested, that's this yellow building on my left. You see it? Now, I don't know if it's the whole building that's available or if it's just a portion of it, but I just made that turn just so y'all, you know what I mean, check it out. I know every now and then I have somebody watch my video and say I relocated to this place because of you, so thank you, because I got a chance to see what the environment looked like. We have a stray cat right in front of us. Check it out. Stray cat. Looks like a cow. Got the black and white colors like a cow. Now, for all of you guys who are wondering what's the farm life look like, and what's, as far as like how far, like the shopping district from here, they have shopping districts anywhere from 8 minutes to 15-20 minutes away, and you can go further if you like. This is a part of Somerset. Somerset also has its own shopping district. I think Somerset will probably be like maybe like a half an hour from here, depending on how fast you drive. There's rarely little to no traffic around here. You have farms nearby, so if you wanted fresh grown like produce, like corn and like vegetables and things of that nature. We're at 19th and Somerset. We're gonna make this left-hand turn. Let's take this straight. We came through this block, but we're gonna take it straight to the end. We're passing 20th and Somerset. Now we got a Somerset in Philadelphia, PA, but Somerset and Philly is the hood. This definitely ain't the hood. Compassion House of WINDBER on our right. It looks like a somewhat of like a Goodwill type of thrift store thing. We're at 21st and Somerset. All right, we're at 22nd and Somerset Ave. I'm going to continue going further. We do have a vehicle behind us. I'm traveling about 9 miles an hour, coasting on second gear. Directly in front of us, we're at the intersection of 23rd and Somerset Ave. We have WINDBER Area Middle and High School. So check it out. So they have their middle school and high school together in one building. We could have went left, we could have went right. I went right. Let's see if this guy behind us goes right, and they are going right, unfortunately. I'm gonna make a left. I'm gonna try to continue to travel around this building. Hopefully they don't want to make a left also. WINDBER Area School District. We're gonna make this left-hand turn. All right, we're turning left once again. We're going around the school now. So that's the school on our left-hand side, and the vehicle turned with us, unfortunately. Look at the houses on my right, beautiful buildings. The house on my right was just sold, so they just sold one. So people are relocating to this area. Let's make this left-hand turn here. I'm just trying to get away from this car that's behind us. The odds of them turning with us are slim. If they turn with us, then we should play the lottery. Say no. Tune does not endorse gambling. So the school was on our left. It looked like it ended there. We can make a left here. We can make a left. This is still the school property on our left-hand side. WINDBER Area School District. So there's a student drop-off on our left. So, you know, I guess during school hours, this is probably a little bit more active. We have a woman walking her dog on our right-hand side. Okay, I can go right, I can go left. I think I shall go, let's go left. So you guys can get one more final peek at this school area, WINDBER Area High School. In case we have any old alumni who used to go here, want to reminisce on the past. Their school team is the Ramblers, the WINDBER Ramblers. We can go right, we came from right, so we don't want to go right again. We can go straight, we went through here. The only difference was we went left. We can go right because we didn't go right yet. So let's go right. So based on areavibes.com, living in WINDBER receives a 75 score for livability. However, it receives an F rating for amenities. So I'm assuming there's probably not a lot to do around here. It also receives an F rating for commute. St. Anthony of Padua Church on our right. Let's make this left here. Just turn left on a random block. Passing Rizzo's Italian Fine Dining on our left. So it also receives an F rating for the commute. So I'm assuming, I guess if you don't have a car around here, I mean, the inner city, I'll be completely honest with you, this inner city looks a lot more walkable than most of the cities I've been to across the USA. Let's make this right. There's plenty of cities that I've been to across the USA that they don't appear to have any walkability. This town, as you can see, you got sidewalks, you know what I mean? You got like local things, like a little playground. It looks like directly in front of us, what is this? Looks like there's a no outlet. I can go left or I can go right. So if I go left, I see a McDonald's. Let's make this left. Take a look at this McDonald's. So we're gonna turn left. We have a McDonald's directly in front of us. I believe we are on 25th Street. We're passing Stockholm Ave. Oh, I'm sorry, 21st. I apologize. My apologies. 21st Street. That's the McDonald's on our right-hand side. We have a look at a little, looks like a little bar right here. Stock 56 pack on our left. A little Subway on our left. So they do got a little something, something. Like if you want to get your little Subway on and you want to get a little sandwich or something, they got McDonald's, they got Subway. I think nearby, a few minutes away, they got like a Taco Bell. Within driving distance, I think they have a Walmart, a Best Buy. So they do have some basic amenities nearby, so you're not completely closed off from society. On our right, we got WINDBER Stadium, which is, I'm assuming, where they host their games. There's an advertisement, drivers want it. They're hiring school bus drivers nearby. They will train you in case anybody wants to relocate and become a school bus driver. That's a 2-for-1. Let's make this left here. We could have kept on going straight, but I'm trying to stay within the city's perimeter. Like I said, there are a lot of outside tentacles, I guess, lightly speaking. Look at WINDBER. Read the ground. WINDBER, go, let's. Oh, my bad. Let's go, WINDBER. We should have read it coming in reverse. So they're really team spirited around here. Look at win, fight, go. Go, fight, win. I'm assuming that's what it said. I guess we got to drive behind us to read it for it to make sense. Right now it's sounding kind of dyslexic. We got a bunch of stars on the ground too, as you can see. So this is leading towards what? The school. Because we just came from around here. See? We're right back at the school. So I can go right or I can go left. I think I'm gonna go left. Now there's a lot of little blocks that we didn't cover around here, but we're gonna take this far out. Let's take this far out. Let's take this, I would say, a dozen or so blocks this way. Traveling northbound on Graham Ave. This is Graham, right? I believe this is Graham Ave. Yes, this is Graham. So we're approaching Graham and 21st. No, this is 25th. 25th. That's why I thought it was 25th earlier, because 25th turned to 21st. We have D'Arc's Pizza on our right, a local pizzeria, mom and pop spot. We have signs that read Historic WINDBER. The WINDBER Public Library on our right. A submarine place on our left. Leon's Market on our left. WINDBER Covenant Brethren Church on our right. Passing 19th and Graham. Petronak's Auto Sales on our right. We're passing 18th Street. We got the Rustic Blend Diner and Cafe on our left. It looks like a little coffee parlor, a little shop. 7-Up Town Tavern on our left. Now, one thing that is a sign of the past, we have a nice timepiece on our left. One thing that's a major sign of the town's former industrial self is the railroad tracks still being directly ran through it. And one thing that I learned when, look at, they're still showing off the car on the left. One thing that I learned is, we're passing 15th Street, that a lot of these small towns, they conveniently, or not so conveniently, have railroads running through the town. Now that's because since they were manufacturing towns back in the day, after they would manufacture the items, they would load them on the train example, we're about to cross a railroad track right now. See? So that's what made it an industrial town. Back in the day, a lot of the early founders of our nation, for example, like the Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, and those folks, for example, like in Ohio, when they started exporting and importing and doing all that stuff with like coal and, you know, the oil business and stuff, they were the ones who built these railroad tracks, because obviously they wanted to export their product across the nation a lot easier. And a lot of these railroad tracks are over 100 plus years old. Many of them haven't been serviced in decades. We're passing 9th and Graham. We're still traveling down Graham. This is that road I said we're just gonna keep traveling down. Let's see where it takes us. Let's wing it, right? Let's wing it. We're passing Carol's Carpet World on the left. So this town still has a remnants of a lot of mom and pop stores, you know? Still has that community feel, that community vibe, I'm assuming. If you're a resident here and you would like to share some of your memories, stories, knowledge, expertise, information, feel free to drop a comment in the comment section. Let us know what it's like living in this town. I'm not from here, so I can't really tell you what it's like from a resident's perspective. You have Congelco's on our left. It looked like a local little supermarket. I didn't see many corner stores around here. It don't look like there's many corner stores. It looked like if you want to go to buy some goods, you got to go to either like the local Sheetz, which is that gas station, or maybe one of those little mom and pop shops. But look it, there's a sign right here. Check this out, Borough of Paint. And that's one thing that you'll notice when you travel to the more rural country parts of the United States. Like I saw this in Wisconsin. The first place I ever saw this in my life was Wisconsin. That was the first state that I ever saw this sign. But these towns, the ordinance, they allow it for during like snow season and like when it's hard to travel. You can use four-wheelers, you can use snowmobiles, you know what I mean? So that's pretty neat. So right now we're at the outer perimeter of WINDBER Township. Now WINDBER is a lot bigger than this. Like I said, there's a lot of back forest roads, but we're gonna have to turn because right now we're in technically like Paint Township. Some WINDBER folks might say, hey Toon, but you're still in WINDBER. But we just passed the sign that said welcome to WINDBER. So for the sake of that sign, I'm gonna bust a U-turn somehow on one of these little back blocks. I'll figure it out. Where there's a will, there's a way. But we're gonna go around one of these little back blocks, make our way back to the main street and go right back in. So you can see what I'm talking about. Where you can see where it says welcome to WINDBER. So right now we in the back of somebody's driveway, raw and uncut. You see they got plenty of yard space, so if you got dogs, if you got kids, you know, this may or may not be a place worth relocating. Look at, I went straight up to somebody's driveway. I thought it was gonna be an exit, bro. My bad. Alright, we're gonna have to make a little U-turn here, guys. I'm sorry for using your driveway. Dear watcher, I do apologize for impeding on your personal space. But thank you very much for helping this virtual tour run flawlessly. Normally I don't like to have any abrupt delays, but sometimes it happens. Not every city is designed like a grid format. A grid meaning you can perfectly transfer from block to block to block without any dead ends. When you get to the country setting, this environment, you'll find tons of dead ends, little cul-de-sacs, and if you're not from here, you wouldn't really know what's a dead end or not until you get there. So alright, we're approaching Bedford Street. So Graham turned over to Bedford. One Oak in Bedford. We're coming off of Oak. I'm gonna make a right. We could have went left, but I'm gonna try to stay within the WINDBER city limits. Avon Sales and Career Training on our right. That was an advertisement. See, look at this sign on our right. Welcome to WINDBER, Pennsylvania. You see that blue sign right there? Boom, you seen it? I don't know if you can see it. There's a car behind me. But that sign said welcome to WINDBER. So theoretically speaking, technically, if you want to talk about the sign, We just entered WINDBER again. And look at there's WINDBER police on our right. You see the SUV? Right there. Boom. We got a funeral. There's somebody, yeah, it looks like they're having a funeral. They got the little funeral flags on our right and on our left. Alright, so I think I'm gonna turn off. I'm gonna turn off one of these blocks. I'm probably gonna turn off, let me see the next one. Let's do the next one after this. I'm gonna turn left and I'm just gonna take it straight up and see where it takes us. Alright, that was a dead end. Good thing I didn't make a left there. 9th Street. Let's go up 9th Street. Make this left on 9th Street. Now we're going uphill. On our right, you'll see a brownstone home. It has shutters all the way around. They didn't miss a window there. Oh, yes, they did. They missed a little porch window. But they got most of their windows. On our right, check it out. We got people working on the hedges. The landscapers doing the yard work. We're at Park Ave, 9th and Park Ave. Let's continue traveling forward. Let's take it forward. Now we're gonna head towards some of the more country portion. Remember I was telling you guys that there's also a portion that's like separated than where we came from. Where we came from was a little bit tighter. But check it out. You see how it gets to now more open land. And these blocks we're passing. We're actually passing blocks. Let me turn down one of these blocks. That's the purpose of doing this tour, so y'all can see some of these little blocks. So y'all can see a different block. I like that house on my right. The house on my right is dope. I like it. With the garage open, it looks cool. A lot of these houses are nice. Look at plenty of trees. Look, we just accidentally happened to turn down a beautiful block. That goes to show you. This house in front of us is nice too. I really like the driveway. I like the brownstone. I'm a fan of brownstone. Look at that. Oh, that's nice. Look at the driveway on my right. 1000 Beechwood Drive, WINDBER, Pennsylvania. If you want to Google that and see what that property is worth, you can Google it. We do that from time to time, and state to state, I'll point out an address and people want to see what the property is going for. Check out this one. Look at this one. He has his own little exit. 1003 Beechwood. That's nice. He got his own little circular cul-de-sac, man. Yo, there's a basketball court back there, bro, with like a little play set for the kids and all that. They chilling. Look at that. They just got a new TV over here on my left. A 65-inch LG ThinQ. Bowling! Yeah, this is a nice little community right here. I'm gonna coast down this hill on neutral just so y'all can check out this house on my left. Look at that, bro. 2-car garage. Nice piece of land. Is that too much to ask for? Something small, chilling, simple. You know? Look at that. Minutes away from all the good stuff. You got all the major businesses minutes away, so you could come to your little private quarters, you know, whenever you need something. You go shopping once a month, twice a month. How often do you go shopping? I'm talking to you, the viewer. Do you go food shopping once a month, twice a month, 4 times a month? Do you buy food 2-3 times a week? Do you not like going food shopping? Do you just prefer to order out? What do you like to do? I know some people get a deep freezer and they stash up food for the rest of the month. Let's make this right-hand turn on Route 160. We're coming off of Vincent Drive. sign that said that we left the county. Now again, see, look, we got the WINDBER Recreation Park right here. So check this out. We accidentally stumble upon, welcome to WINDBER Recreation Park. Check that out. They got a skate park, tennis, pool, ballroom, volleyball. What, bro? Hold on, I gotta reverse so y'all can see this. Oh, this is cool. This is cool. Look at the sign. They got a ballroom, a pool, a tennis court, a skate park, bro. So if you skate, what's walnut? Beech nut, maple tree. So I guess there's like different trees. That's cool, yo. Look, you can walk your dog here. You can come up, look, set up a little camp. Look, y'all done got the VIP tour. Y'all done got the very important person tour. Look, you ain't even got to come here to see what it's hitting like in WINDBER, bro. Man, so smash that thumbs up button while you're at it. Wow. Nice little area. Nice little area. Beautiful. It almost looks undrivable. I'm like, should I be driving here? But I see cars here, bro. So I guess you could drive here, right? There's a car right here. How he get here? Through driving. Yeah, I think I'm gonna exit the park though. I feel like I'm breaking the law. Wow, this is cool. Kind of reminds me of like how we got Hunting Park in Philly. Or we got like Fairmount Park. So there's a playground on my right. Oh, you see the water slide. Oh, that's a really cool little water slide situation we got going on. You see that water slide over there? Look on my far right hand side. You see the water slide? There's an actual water slide, so I guess you won't be too bored after all. Yeah, I feel like you shouldn't be driving on this. I feel like, but I see other cars here. I don't know if it's staff, but I feel like this should only be a walking trail. And what I'm doing right now is probably illegal, and if it is, my apologies. It was an honest mistake. I feel like you should leave your car over here and walk through here, but hey, we made it. So I'm gonna make a left and we're gonna go back towards WINDBER for our final minutes of this virtual tour. Now there's a lot of small towns like this in and around this area. I'm gonna make an effort to start documenting those towns for you guys. So if you want to turn on the notification bell, you can turn it on to set all notifications. So every time one of these videos drop, you could be one of the first ones to comment. You could be one of the first ones to check it out. So you got a sign on my right hand side that reads Somerset County, Borough of WINDBER. That white sign right there. So right now we're entering WINDBER once again. And as I mentioned, there's a lot of coal mines around here. So there's like literally coal manufacturing and like I don't know, what is it called? Like I don't know if it's manufacturing or what do they call that? Filtration plant or whatever they do with the coal. That stuff's located around here, and you tend to see a lot of coal trucks and stuff all within this area. But you got farms nearby, you got cows, you got chickens nearby, you got deers galore, rabbits galore. You got a lot of wildlife around here. Birds. Let's make this left here on Park Ave. I feel like I didn't go through Park Ave, and I see this gentleman here working on his roof on my right. So I want to see what that looks like. Interesting looking little property right there. They got the scaffolding out, and they're doing some, I don't know if they're doing brick. No, they're doing brick pointing. They weren't even doing the roof. They were doing the brick pointing to the stone. They got some skits and materials on my left. Right, 11th and Park. This is a nice little part of WINDBER too. This is nice. This reminds me of far northeast Philadelphia. If I would compare it, this reminds me to like far northeast. Like when you go to northeast Philly and you be like past Cotman, past, you know, the deep in the Roosevelt Boulevard, and you cut off to one of those little ducky communities. If you squint your eyes, turn your head sideways, and smack the back of your head, this kind of reminds me of that neighborhood. Let's make this right hand turn. Gentleman on my left is lawn with a Honda lawnmower. Great choice, sir. Great choice. Alright, we're at 12th and Cambria. I can make a left or I can go straight. This is that block that had that really nice house on it. Let's see it one more time. But let's go straight. This is the house that I made that wacky U-turn for in the beginning. That wacky U-turn. Watch, you'll see right here on my left-hand side. This is a nice house, but let's go straight because we did that U-turn. We never went to the next block. You see right here, look at this property. I love that thing right there. That's nice. Probably costs an arm and a leg to repair and to restore, but it's a beautiful freaking property. It has a larger footprint than most of these, which tell me, like I said, somebody prominent, probably like, who knows, like the congressman or like somebody of like high stature from back in the day, probably lived in them homes. Yo, is this a dead end, bro? Oh no? Alright, cool. I'm gonna make this right hand turn. Just wanted to make sure, because making these U-turns on people's blocks while they sitting outside with their beach chairs, they're gonna be like, who's this guy? I'm gonna end up on some random community Facebook forum somewhere talking about some. Have you seen this character? He looks shady. Let's make this left-hand turn. We're at Somerset, 14th and Somerset. Alright, it looks like we're back near the downtown historic district. We got the Eureka department store on my right-hand side. Now, I believe that's what it originally was, but then they sectioned it off on the bottom, on the lower level, and turned it to businesses. It's like Dollar General. They're like leasing the space, I'm assuming. We already went right. We came from there. We already went left. We went behind us. We didn't go in front of us. So let's go forward. We got the WINDBER Fire Department on my right-hand side for all you fire engine enthusiasts. I know we have several individuals who are firemen. Shout out to the firemen. And or just like looking at fire trucks. I got a couple of viewers who like different things. I got a viewer who like SEPTA buses and SEPTA trains. I got a viewer who likes ice cream trucks, so he points out all the ice cream trucks in my videos. Very interesting, huh? If I was watching your video, I would be the viewer who pointed out all of the Hondas. I swear I would. All right, look at Honda. Honda there, Honda there, Honda everywhere. You get a Honda. You get a Honda. Everyone gets a Honda. WINDBER Pride. There's a little painting right there that reads WINDBER Pride. All right, let's make this right-hand turn. We're back on Graham Ave. Let's turn down Jefferson so we can head towards the exit. So I would think Jefferson would be right here. So they got a flood project canal over here on my left-hand side to avoid from flooding. We have some military equipment here for the vets. So WINDBER also played a role in the war. Check it out. WINDBER Veterans Memorial Wall. And look at the military tank on my left-hand side. Look at that military tank. We have a Rite Aid on my right-hand side, a Buy Low Foods on my right, a Slovenian savings and loan bank. Is a Slovenian bank from Slovakia? Is it for like Slovenian citizens? Do they have a Slovakian population here? We're passing 14th Street. This is where we originally came in at. We're passing WINDBER Supply Car Quest. We're going to be now passing the fire department. Not the fire department. I'm sorry. I apologize. The police department on our right-hand side. Now we're passing the Rambler, Cones, Sundays, Flurries, and Milkshake spot on our right. And we're exiting WINDBER on our left-hand side. WINDBER Pride. Experience it. Guess what? You have now experienced a little bit of it. I planted the seed. If you want to learn more about WINDBER, feel free to explore the World Wide Web. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful day.